Bună ziua! Greetings, lovely people. I see you have stepped into the Euro Den. Hi, Joseph Mendy here to welcome you in. Just leave your shoes, coats and tidbits at the door, grab a chair or beanbag and get settled for chats about the Eurovision Song Contest. Today's show will be looking ahead to the first national finals of 2026, happening this evening, as Moldova and Malta prepare to select their entries for Vienna. Are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin. First things first, we had a surprise newsflash coming in from Georgia as the broadcaster GPB dropped the pin and hit the go button on Wednesday afternoon with their act for Eurovision 2026. This time, Georgia will be represented by the group Bezikabi. You might have heard of Bezikabi before if you watched the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, the Eurovision Song Contest's little brother. Back in 2008, Bezikabi won the junior contest, which was held in Limassol, Cyprus that year. What makes their win distinct and unique is that they didn't sing in English or Georgian, but in a made-up language whilst buzzing around the stage in their shiny black and yellow outfits. It was a groundbreaking moment that brought home the first of what would be Georgia's 4 wins in JESC, the most of anybody of any other country. Since then, the group, which is made up of Georgi Shiolashvili, Mariam Tatulashvili and Mariam Kikulashvili, have released their album Zabuze, which was a hit with youngsters across the Caucasian nation. They've returned to the Junior Eurovision stage multiple times as guest performers in the past, most notably in the Winners' Medley both 2010 and the 20th anniversary Winners' Medley in 2022, and just last month they returned to the JESC stage in Tbilisi to perform their new song We Don't Sleep. It's not the first time that a country has turned to Junior Eurovision alumni to represent them in the adult contest, nor will it be the last, no doubt. Hell, even Georgia did the same themselves back in 2023 with Iru Kechanovi, who was part of Candy, the winners of Junior Eurovision 2011. She represented Georgia at Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool, but didn't quite make it to that year's final. Talking of 2023, I'll say more about that later, if you hear what I'm saying. Anyway, more about 2023 later, because there's some people from that year's concert involved in something else I'm about to touch upon. We also had Destiny Chukanyeri, winner of Junior Eurovision 2015, and later representing Malta in Eurovision 2021 in Rotterdam, placing 7th with Jemakas. She's one of the hosts, actually, of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest. More on that later. Other Junior Eurovision alumni include Eugene, Lisa, Amy and Shelley, who competed at Junior Eurovision 2007 on home soil in Rotterdam and finished 11th at Eurovision 2017 in Kiev. Nevena Bozovic also participated in 2007's Junior Eurovision and made 2 appearances at the adult contest, with Moya 3 in 2013 and again as a soloist in 2019. 2006 Junior Eurovision champions from Russia, the Tomachev sisters, went on to represent Russia at Eurovision 2014 in Copenhagen. From San Marino, we had Michele Perniola, who represented them in 2013, and Anita Simoncini, who was part of the group The Peppermints in 2014. They would form a duo to represent San Marino in Eurovision 2015 in, coincidentally, Vienna. That's just some of the Junior Eurovision alumni who steps up from junior to the adult contest. But will they be the ones to be the first Junior Eurovision champions going to win the adult contest? Well, of course, before that, Georgia will have to get into the final first, which they didn't quite manage to do in last year's event with Mariam Shengelia. But let's wish Georgia and Bezikabi all the very best of luck as they head forth for Vienna, where Georgia will be performing in the first half of semi-final 1. With the Eurovision Song Contest turning 70 this year, the EBU have decided to mark the occasion with the first ever Eurovision Song Contest live tour. Live tours have been a thing for many a decade, not just with artists, but shows such as Strictly Come Dancing and The X Factor have all put on live tours in the past. But believe it or not, the Eurovision Song Contest has never done a live tour before, until now. Set to start a month after this year's grand final, the Eurovision Live Tour will be stopping at 10 European cities between the 15th of June and the 2nd of July. It'll feature 10 of this year's finalists chosen by the EBU and the tour production team. So all the artists that compete in Eurovision 2026 will sign a contract obliging them to take part in the tour if they are selected. Of course, they have to get to the grand final to be eligible for selection for the tour. Also performing on the tour will be Eurovision icons from yesteryear, as well as many surprise guests at each stop on the tour. The tour will be produced by Progress Productions, led by James O'Brien and Lee Smithurst. Both were part of the production team for the 2023 contest in Liverpool, as executive in charge of production and head of show. Dan Shipton of Black Skull Creative, who has been responsible for many Eurovision staging for the United Kingdom in the past and was the lead creative director for the aforementioned 2023 events, will be the creative director for the tour, with the stage being designed by Latin-Australian designer Julio Jimenez. Again, linking back to 2023, as Julio designed the stage for that year's contest. But he was also the man who designed stages for the MTV Video Music Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, and Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, among his huge stage portfolio. Tim Woutledge will be occupying the role as lighting director. For those that are hoping to see your favourite Eurovision stars in the flesh in a non-competitive environment, these are the dates for the diary and the venues confirmed. The tour will start on Monday, the 15th of June at the O2 Arena in London, United Kingdom. Then the tour moves to Hamburg, Germany at the Barclays Arena on Wednesday, the 17th of June. Then Friday, the 19th of June, the Arena Milano in Milan, Italy. Saturday, the 20th of June, Zurich in Switzerland at the Hallenstadion. Then Monday, the 22nd of June, Antwerp, Belgium at the AFAS Dome, or the AFAS Dome, or AS Dome, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Then the following day, Cologne, Germany at the Lanxess Arena, Tuesday, the 23rd of June. And then we head to the Royal Arena in Copenhagen, Denmark on Thursday, the 25th of June. Then we head to Amsterdam, the Netherlands at the Ziggo Dome on Saturday, the 27th of June. Well, Ziggo Dome is also the venue for an annual gig known as Het Grote Songfestivalfeest. I don't think I pronounced that one correctly, so apologies for that. The Accor Arena on Monday, the 29th of June, that's Paris, France. Then the tour finishes on Thursday, the 2nd of July in Stockholm, Sweden at what was once known as the Globe Arena, but now known as the Avicii Arena. named in honour of the late Swedish DJ. Tickets are set to go on sale in around February. If you create a Eurofan account on the Eurovision website, www.eurovision.com, that's www.eurovision.com, you have a chance at pre-sale tickets with the 2-day pre-sale window before the general sale opens. Oh, and you'll be first to hear about the artists going on tour. Talking of artists, let's continue to fill up the 2026 roster. We have two countries, namely Moldova and Malta, getting in on the act of choosing their song and artist for Vienna, with their finals taking place tonight. Last year, Moldova got as far as the live auditions of their selection process to choose their acts for Basel, before they called off the whole thing and withdrew from Eurovision due to economic and artistic challenges, probably referring to the quality of songs in the selection. This year, Moldova are back and they are sticking with their national final, now renamed as Selecția Națională. Sounds familiar? Because it's the same name as Romania's national final. 36 artists were invited to broadcast the TRM's studios for the auditions, though this time it had changed to the format. The famous live auditions did not return, so these auditions were behind closed doors. It's the first time since 2015 that the live auditions were not present. Live or not, 16 successful acts were chosen to make the actual final. I won't go the full list of artists that audition because I'll be here all day. But let's just run through the finalists. The finalists made it through are Sasha Flowers, by the way, I should warn you that I'm going to get the pronunciation so wrong, so I can only apologise vividly. Here they are. So, the finalists are, and this is in running order. I'm going to read these finalists out in the order they'll be performing in. We got Artyom Topal with Money, Valeria with Valerian Steel, Why Do We Dum, Adelicia with Allegria, Maxim Zavidia with Allo, Evgeny, sorry for this, Evgeny Avramov and Alanin Ivan with Foklagete, sorry for the mispronunciation, Catalina Solomak with Pink Margarita, Diana with Doina, Satoshi with Viva Moldova, Sasha Flowers with We Fight Till the End, Christy Rouge with Bliss, Ilinka Sivorovinu with Running Through the Rain, Bacho with Tata, Curly with Respire Libre, Emphoria with Tipar, Katie Wayne with Dancing Quine, and Pavel Orlov with Can't Say Goodbye. A combination of national and international jury votes and the votes from the Moldovan public will decide who will represent Moldova in Vienna, with TRM awarding the winner with a prize that will help support the chosen act with their Eurovision preparations. Having not made the final with their last outing in 2024 with Natalia Barbu, can Moldova get back to the final with their chosen act? Only time will tell. But in the meantime, I ranked all 16 songs in the final, and here's my top 10, and then I'll look at the community rankings. Should have it here. Oh, there we are. So, this is my top 10. In 10th place, getting 1 point, is Katie Wayne. 9th place, Valeria, 2 points. 8th place, Sasha Flowers, 3 points. Emphoria in 7th, 4 points. Pavel Orlov, 5 points, 6. Evgeny Avramov and Alanin Ivan gets 6 points in 5th place. Maxim Zavidia, 7 points in 4th. My 3rd place is Christy Rouge, getting 8 points. Bacho's my 2nd with 10 points. And my 12 points. And if it was down to me, I would say that Moldova would be best off choosing Satoshi. That's who gets my 12 points in number 1. But what did the community say? Well, on my Eurovision scoreboard, I'll just go through the top 5. 5th place, Valeria with 8,718 points. Diana in 4th with 10,445 points. In 3rd place, Satoshi with 11,232 points. Bacho 2nd with 13,011 points. And the number 1 in community on my Eurovision scoreboard is Catalina Solomak with 16,407 points. Now let me transfer to Eurovision place, because I have the, if it loads, doesn't look like there's any community rankings available here. So that will do for Moldova selection. I can't find community rankings on Eurovision place, so we'll leave it there. Selection Națională starts tonight at 5 p.m. GMT at 6 p.m. CET, Central European Time, Greenwich Mean Time, and airs on TRM and on the TRM YouTube channel. As well as Moldova choosing their act, Malta are also hard at work finding their act for Vienna, as tonight they find their successor to Miriana Conte, who brought Malta back to the final last year in Basel. The Malta Eurovision Song Contest comes to a head this evening, but the process of whittling the field down to 1 began 2 nights ago with the semi-final. 18 acts competed in this year's Malta Eurovision Song Contest. Those acts were Denise with her song Trophy, Mikhail Bartolo-Cherkop with My Sweet Angel, Aiden with Bella, Janice Mangion with Universe, Adria Twins with Nega Nikum, Emma Vella with Achikuku Don't Think About It, Kelsey Borg with Let a Girl Breathe, Chess Gallia with Shout It Out, Liston with Mella, Rhiannon with Hold Myself Up, Nathan Salia with Ganador, Matt Black with Ayalea Adea Ehorn with the flute, butchered that pronunciation there. Matthew Celia with featuring The After Party with Brutality Mentality. Stefan Galea with Pose. Kurt Anthony with On the Border. Mark Anthony Bartolo with Mementi Sbia. Kelsey Attard with Perfectly Broken. And Franklin Kalea with Guide You Home. Apologies for the crazy mispronunciations. All of them competed in the semi-finals for 12 places in tonight's final. And here are those 12 finalists in the running order that they'll be performing in, which was drawn shortly after the semi-final. First the opener and closer, and then the rest of the order decided by producers. So the 12 acts in the final are Janice Mangion, Kelsey Borg, Matt Black, Denise, Nathan Salia, Emma, Franklin Kalea, Mikhail Bartolo-Cherkop, Mark Anthony Bartolo, Aiden, Matthew and the After Party, and the Adria Twins. Now, I ranked the songs before Thursday's semi-final, and this was my top 10. But of course, I also updated my ranking with just the finalists. So this was my top 10 before the semi-final. So my 10th place was Mikhail Bartolo-Cherkop. My 9th place was Denise. Chesgalio was 8th. Liston 7th. Emma 6th. 5th was Mark Anthony Bartolo. 4th was Nathan Salia. 3rd was Kelsey Borg. 2nd was Kurt Anthony. And my 12 points here went to Matthew Cilia and the After Party. Then when the non-qualifiers are taken out of the equation, my top 10 out of the finalists is as follows. My 10th place getting 1 point is Adria Twins. 9th place for 2 points, Aiden. Matt Black, 8th with 3 points. Mikhail Bartolo-Cherkop getting 7 points. The 7th place with 4 points. 5 points to Denise with Trophy in 6th. Then my top 5, Emma, 6 points in 5th. Mark Anthony Bartolo, 7 points in 4th. 3rd place, Nathan Sally with 8 points. Kelsey Borg gets my 10 points 2nd place. And my top pick for Malta, in my personal view, Matthew Cilia and the After Party getting 12 points. But did the community rankings on my Eurovision scoreboard agree? Well, let's see their top picks. Again, taking out the non-qualifiers. The top 5, Nathan Salia, 11,922 points in 5th. Aidan, 4th with 14,382 points. Matt Black, 3rd, 14,696 points. So close there. Second is Kelsey Borg with 16,038 points. And number 1 with the community, Denise with 17,833 points. So that's how the community has ranked the songs on my Eurovision scoreboard. No available ranking for Eurovision place. So that's where we're going to leave it. Tune in at 7:45 p.m. GMT, 8:45 p.m. Central European Time for the Malta Eurovision Song Contest Final on the TVM website and on the Eurovision YouTube channel, which will also be streaming this particular show live. That's all we have time for on this particular episode of the Euroden. All that remains for me to say is to thank you for listening and to leave a review and a rating wherever you get your podcasts. And to check out at Euroden_pod, our Euroden Instagram page. On the next episode, we'll be looking over the results of Moldova and Malta's finals and look ahead to next weekend. Till then, as they say in Malta, adieu. See you next time.